So the real estate market is shifting across the country and here in San Diego. Let's talk about it. I'm Andrew Gavin. I'm a licensed mortgage lender and I sell real estate here in San Diego. Due to the high prices across the country, high interest rates, and now rapidly increasing inventory, the seller's market of yesterday has shifted to the buyer's market for tomorrow. And as a seller, you still have options, but you might have to negotiate a little bit more. Here's something that I think is incredibly important. Over the last 5 years, your property has increased in value faster than you ever thought possible. It is probably worth tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars more than you thought it would have ever been worth, even in another 5 or 10 years. So if we get to a point where we are in a strong buyer's market, you as a seller, you are negotiating to get the best price possible with fictitious value that you never thought you would have. And that's a powerful position to be in. I'm not suggesting just giving up a bunch of money and selling your house for a under market value price is a good idea. But what I am saying is buyers are going to have the leverage for a little while. And buyers that are buying right now, especially when rates are still close to sevens, are motivated. But unfortunately for you as a seller, other sellers have now put their house on the market and you have a lot more competition. We are already seeing a softening of offers being made, partially because there's a lot of options out there. Buyers are also considering what could pop up next week. Now, 1, 2, 3 years ago, we didn't have that. The options were very limited. We had half as many houses available for sale. And buyers were getting better rates, and they were up against a lot of buyer competition, and they were taking whatever they could get. This is not your fault, but that has shifted. And now, although rates are high, buyers' pent-up demand is there, as well as a lot of buyers have just moved away because they've been priced out of the market due to prices and rates. But the people that are still serious, well, they're probably going to get a good deal. And if you're selling your house, what you want to focus on is you're playing with a lot of fictitious monopoly equity dollars. So negotiating for some repairs, a seller credit, helping pay realtor commissions, you're not doing it with your own money. You're doing it with potentially fictitious money. And again, I'm not saying just give away your house for free. What I'm saying is you're in a good spot to sell this, even if you have to negotiate. And what is going to be important is not so much the price that you finally agree to, but getting that offer and your sale closed. Because we are seeing the highest number of canceled purchase contracts in history. And it's because rates are high, property prices are high, and now inventory is climbing. And buyers finally have choices and leverage. So they're going to want to get as much as they can out of this. And you as a seller, you want to really consider hiring a skilled and savvy real estate agent that is good with negotiations and can help you manage your transaction in a way that gets it closed. You still have leverage, you still have options, and remember, there is potentially only one house like yours. Even if you live in a community where there's hundreds of models like your house, only a few of those will be sold, and there's only one that sits in the place where your spot is, facing the direction that it is, with the neighbors that it has, with the quality and condition that you've kept it in. So, although there is a lot of options, your house is unique. And now how you go about negotiating the sale based on getting people in the door, how you market it, how you list it, the condition it's in, and how you respond to the buyer requests is going to immediately affect if that purchase offer that you accepted gets canceled or if you get to the closing line. Now, I've been a real estate agent since 2006, and I've seen a lot of different markets. And we are in brand new territory because we've got so many changes that have happened in the real estate industry that realtors are confused. Last year, 75% of the agents didn't even sell a property. That means there's a lot of desperate agents out there just looking to get a commission. And they will do anything they can to reach that finish line. So who you hire matters. And you want somebody that is going to negotiate for you and give you guidance on how you can stay in as much control as possible, and each step of the way moving through escrow gets you a little bit closer to the finish line, ensuring that the buyer is doing what they need to do to get themselves there. If for some reason they aren't, we want to make sure that you're in a position to cancel and move on to the next buyer as quick as possible. The worst thing that can happen is you get 2-3 weeks in and it falls apart. We're in a situation where as this market shifts, if you're selling right now, you're on the front line. The trends that will take place in this next shift are just coming out. They're going to be tested on the front line, on the first ones. That's going to be this summer. And so if you are selling this summer, we want to work closely to get you top dollar, to market your house properly, and to manage the offers and the transaction that you get yourself into once you accept an offer. If you have questions about listing and selling your house or buying a house, please reach out to me. I would love to talk with you and figure out how I can help you. My fees are extremely low, and by using an agent with low fees, it gives you more leverage from the moment you start your real estate journey. Look forward to talking to you.